So I actually said I would do this about a month or a month and a half ago, but I had to order the piece I needed from China. And that got here today, so I'm doing it now. Back when I was still taking a lot of requests for most of my videos, before I gained like 100,000 followers in a week, people kept requesting this again and again. The first time I was like, that's a weird request, thinking it was a one-off. But then more and more people kept requesting it, and I was growing more and more confused. I, being dumb as I am, was unable to put two and two together, because people always wanted it done with the pansexual flag. You know what it was? A pineapple. And in my confusion, I was asking people, is this some sort of inside joke? Why do you all want a pineapple? It's so random. And they would always say, I don't know, I just wanted it. I think it took a week or two for someone to finally explain to me that it was a pun. Panapple. Panapple pun. That's what it was for.
Story time about how my boyfriend was cheating on me with my stepsister. So a little background information, my mom remarried whenever I was in 8th grade, and my stepdad had 2 daughters. One which was my age, and we got along really well. Well, before my sisters and I went back to school, my mom wanted to go on a camping trip with everyone. And my boyfriend was coming because he was really close with my family. So while my stepsister and I are packing up, she starts acting really weird. And we're gonna call my boyfriend Kevin. She was like, oh, is Kevin still coming with us? And I was like, yeah. And then she goes, oh, are you and Kevin still together? And I'm like, we were never broken up. Like, the fuck? Like I said, she was just being super fucking weird, but anyways, we all get in the car, we drive up there, and her and Kevin start being super weird around each other. Like, they were being too touchy. Anytime that I wanted to go do something with Kevin, she would say, oh, Kevin, you can come do this instead. Well, that night, Kevin and I are sleeping in our tent. At least I thought he was. And I wake up to some loud noises in the other tent, like for part 2. Part 2. So like I said, I heard a bunch of noises and talking in my stepsister's tent, and I wake up and my boyfriend isn't in the tent. So I'd be very quiet getting out of my tent, and I go over to hers and I just listen. And oh bitch, I should have just confronted them because I got my motherfucking feelings hurt. He was telling her how he didn't love me at all and how he only wanted to be with her, and how every time that they kissed each other and screwed each other, he felt such a connection between them. So not only was he cheating physically, but they had a connection. Wonderful. So I open her tent and I confront them. This was the most degrading thing I've ever went through in my life. And I said, I heard you guys outside. And I'm just not the type of girl who's going to come at another girl because my man wants her. Because at that point, he's not my man. She goes, sit down, sweetie, we need to talk. Apparently they're in love. So they started dating. They're still dating. And my parents allowed it. So I distanced myself from all of them.
Okay, this is episode 6 of Misogynistic Ex-Friend. So it's the same setting as last night's episode except from my best friend's perspective. So if you remember, he had made comments about me and my guy friend to my best friend. Well, after making comments about my ass and about how I was rejected, he then turned to my best friend and said, well, they seem to be getting pretty close. We could get pretty close too if you want. Keep in mind, my best friend has also been turning him down for about 5 years. She doesn't really respond to that, and she just kind of awkwardly smiles, from what I've been told. Then when we were leaving, he gave her a hug and grabbed her ass. She got in the car and looked pretty uncomfortable, and I looked at her and I was like, what happened? She told me what had happened, and I was like, nope, not on my watch. This is when I asked my guy friend to talk to him for me. My guy friend was more than willing to help, but the problem was when you're talking to somebody who doesn't think they did anything wrong, it's really hard to get through to them. So when my guy friend was trying to get him to understand what was wrong with what he did, he really did not understand. And that's when I realized that some people aren't going to change no matter what.
You're overcharging. Let's be honest, you don't value what I do. It doesn't matter what price I charge, you're not going to pay it. I'm not losing a customer, you never would have been one in the first place. So no, I don't set my prices for people that don't value me. And neither should you.
Look, if I see a TikTok that I know took a long time to make, I just go ahead and like, because sometimes TikTokers spend hours to make the video, and I know the like will make them feel like it wasn't a waste of time. I can't be the only one, right?
I'm going to show y'all how I made my friend a birthday present. First, I painted the first layer, and I had to redo that a couple times because I didn't like it. And here I'm mixing the resin. Yep, there's me mixing. And then once you pour it on, you use heat to get the bubbles out, and it's really satisfying. And if you're going to use paper, you need to Mod Podge it so the colors don't bleed when you pour the resin back over it. There's me mixing again. And then when you pour it on, yep, use heat again. Yep, there you go. Look how cute.
Hey, I'm an artist, and I made this, and it's pretty freaking cool. And I know you're somebody who appreciates art, because clearly you have good taste, and I wind it up on your For You page by you using this audio. And I'm just kicking back doing my thing. I do all this art just to make myself happy, but if it makes you happy too, that would make my day. So enjoy the
What am I doing right now? Well, I found an artist on TikTok who I really like her stuff. Since I can't afford to pay for any of her prints, I'm doing the least amount that I can do, which is to watch every single video that she has posted. I'm watching the whole video, and then after I watch the video once, some of them twice, because again, I really like her stuff, then I'm liking the video and going on to the next video. So if you find an artist that you like on TikTok, make sure to watch some of their videos all the way through before you go and just
I see a bunch of people posting all these business checks. I want to see the custom orders. People don't typically understand why custom orders are so expensive. So I wanted to start a trend to show the world all the love that actually goes into making a custom order. Small business owners,